Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review on this, what day is it? Wednesday. This rather mundane, not as fun of a Wednesday midweek. We will talk about everything today. We've got the game today against the K League All Stars, I think is their official name, and some transfer speculation. All the news stories. We'll go through everything. But welcome in, everybody. Sorry for the delayed start, just some technical hiccups. Good evening, Billy. How are we doing?
Oh, good evening. Good evening to all the Toon Review Massive, the Magpie Massive, and all you outstanding, beautiful, brilliant people out there in Viewerland.
Yeah, just a few general bits to get through, some admin. Of course, make sure you do check out our sponsors, top left, top right in the description below. Mamaroo Records, there is a link for them, so please check them out. What else do I need to do? Make sure you hit the like button, guys, because it's not been a great day for NUFC, but there is a lot of interesting stuff to go through, maybe slightly later on. There's a few names that have come out. Obviously, Ramsdale joining, so we'll go through that. So make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've hit subscribe as well. We've got some more shows later on this week. We'll do TTR Friday, and I can't remember when Paul is back. At some point soon.
Possibly. It is too. We have the Spurs game Sunday as well. What's after today? I'm not really looking forward to, I have to say. Although it will be different players, a complete different set of players, I imagine.
Well, I'll have to go on holiday with him next year. I want a holiday that long. It's bloody ages. But yeah, make sure you've liked and subscribed, guys. You can also become a member. Memberships are available underneath Billy, and there is also a $sign should you want to donate and support the channel. Right, Billy. I reckon we should probably start off with a match, my friend, because I'm sure I am in the same boat as a lot of people in the chat today, which is I didn't see it because I was at work.
Yeah,
it was very annoying. Do you want to give us a general overview before we do a little deep dive?
I think the first half was possibly the worst 45 minutes of pre-season, and I'll say that amongst some pretty stiff competition. The two fullbacks were dreadful. Livramento looked like he hadn't played for 12 months, let alone 6 weeks. Kraft, another one, dreadful. Jamal Asal was out physical by a centre forward at every occasion virtually. Gordon looked like he had Doc Martens on. Alanga, similar, but not as bad as Gordon. Tonali was okay. Miley was non-existent. Willock, better than he has been, but still not great. And you had Asula working his nuts off up front with no service. Second half, it improved a bit. Gordon wasn't so bad. Gordon could come into the game more. Livramento wasn't quite as bad. Kraft, he was better as well. Alex Murphy was the plus point of that first half and of the first 11. He was really good. Pope, distribution from hand was superb. From foot, awful. Nothing you could do about the goal. Tonali was again the second half good. Miley's dropped back a little deeper, but again he wasn't great until Tonali went off, and actually looked better when Tonali went off. Willock got himself injured near the end, but if you play Joe Willock, he never plays 90 minutes in the Premier League. And as you get more tired, the chances are you're going to get yourself, a bit lazy in the tackle. And he made a good tackle, to be fair to him, but he made contact with the bloke with his ankle, and it looked a serious one. But you just don't play Willock for 89 minutes. You just can't do it. He can't do it. And that, I think injuries are more likely when you are tired. So yeah, Willock was okay actually. Willock wasn't bad today. Wasn't bad today at all.
Right.
Alanga was crap second half as well. But he was better than first. And Asula, I enjoyed some of his runs, a couple of near post runs he made, but he just seems to be one of these players that when you get him in front of the goal, there's no confidence in me. From me, he's going to finish it. We're desperate for a striker or two.
All right, well, let's break this down a little bit. Let's bring the lineup up so everybody can see it. So obviously, let's break it down. So Nick Pope, you said was decent at throwing distribution. We know has been quite good. Kicking, sweeping,
awful, dreadful. Never had a chance to really sweep a keep. I think once he came out and just got the ball at the edge of the area, but yeah, never really had a chance for that.
Bearing in mind, guys, I have watched the highlights, but they are just highlights. So obviously, they didn't look great because they're meant to be showcasing the best bits of the game, and there weren't very many great bits for us. They were quite poor. Was this back four that Botmob is suggesting the actual back four? Was it Lascelles and Alex Murphy as a centre half partnership?
Yeah, it was.
All right. How did that perform as a partnership and B maybe individuals?
I thought Murphy was excellent. I got to say, he covered Lascelles a few times. Lascelles just he's there for physicality, and the centre forward against him just bullied him. If I'm perfectly honest, and if Lascelles is getting bullied, there's no real point in being on the pitch. I don't think so.
Well, we man-marked Erling Haaland with Lascelles in recent seasons, and it worked fairly well. So that's concerning.
Well, 90 minutes. It's his first 90 minutes for good knows how long, and obviously he's still getting into the swing of things. But when the centre forward was against, out jumps him. It was a bit concerning.
What about Emil Kraft and his first proper start at right back in? Well, I think this might be his first proper right back start since Tranmere Rovers. It could be. Correct me if I'm wrong, people in the chat, but
dreadful first half, really bad, really poor. But second half he improved, and in the end he had to go off because he ran himself into the ground because he was up and down that line.
What was he dreadful with though? Was it kind of
defending, first
together?
Touches? First touches, losing out in tackles. There was one occasion where the ball was at his feet. He went to do a little move and kicked it straight to the bloke in front of him, and the bloke just went past him.
Oh dear.
It's one of them performances. He wasn't the only one to do that, by the way.
Well, the highlights did not show Livramento in a great light either, because he kept joining in attacking movements with Willock and Gordon, but then they kept breaking down because they weren't on the same page in regards to a through ball or a final 1-2, or everything seemed to break down in terms of attacking moves. How was Tino?
Passing was poor. First touch was poor. On the back foot most of the time. And again, first half he was much worse than one. Second half he was much better. I guess that's minutes in legs. I guess that's it's his first start since the Euros. Yeah, I mean, the first half again he was dreadful. Again, he was one of these that was first touch was awful, really heavy first touch. So I think I commented in the first half. It seems like him and Gordon have got Doc Martens on, not football boots. They were dreadful at home together.
What about the young Lewis Miley?
Non-existent. Absolutely non-existent.
Really? Because he's improved in the last preseason game.
He was really poor first half. He dropped a lot deeper second half and sat just in front of Lascelles to give him a bit of cover. And he was a little bit better second half. But first half, he was absolutely non-existent. Non-existent whatsoever.
That's disappointing. Obviously, he is only 19, so we know he's got talent. So it's one of those things. Tonali, was he a steady self, or because the highlights there were a few scuffs and issues, but again,
but he wasn't the only one. I mean, there were a couple of issues with control and a few wayward passes, but I mean, he ran his socks off. Again, he ran himself into the ground, and in the end, he had to go off. But he was the best in the midfield by a country mile, and some of the stuff he did was okay. A couple of wayward shots as well. Nowhere near his best, but still, compared to what he had around him.
And Joe Willock, from the highlights, looked like nothing went right at all. And then obviously he's gotten injured. So I don't know if we've had any news on that. I can't seem to find anything, any substance about that.
It looked a bad one. It looked a serious one. As I say, I don't think you should leave him on the pitch that long. I think his fitness is never a good issue. And when you are knackered, things tend to happen, don't they, injury-wise? And his work rate was much better. It was better first half than most of the players on the pitch. But even still, it's a low bar to jump over. Second half, he got involved. He tried to get pushes forward, but he weren't great. But better than he has been. It's been a moderate increase in his form as the games have gone on, but nothing above a 5. Nothing above a 5.
Gordon's highlights looked poor, but again, just highlights. He looked like he couldn't beat his fullback at all, and when he did, the pass wasn't on. Was it like that in reality, or were the highlights done him dirty?
I mean, he didn't try and beat him on most occasions. I mean, again, some of his touches were awful. There was one touch where he tried to go past his fullback from about 15 yards in field, tried to come on the outside of him, and kicked it straight to touch. I mean, it was just really poor, especially first half. Second half, again, he was better. His fitness looked quite good. He kept going till the end. In the end, he went and set the forward as well. Tried to influence play second half, but first half, good grief. Absolutely awful. Don't think he passed a single pass to a Newcastle United player.
Indeed. Got some funny comments in here. Thomas says, let him go like you lot said about Trent.
Well, the difference is we have said anything about Trent.
I didn't say shit about Trent, and Trent was out of contract.
Exactly. And
Isak has 3 years. 3 years remaining on a contract that he signed. So pack it in, put your brain in gear before you open your mouth and type a comment. It's quite standard. I've got to work with Liverpool fans, and it's getting intolerable at the moment.
Put a bid in.
Put a bid in, put up or shut up, essentially. It is getting really annoying now. 3 years left on his contract. Do what you want. Just put a bid in. Because at the moment, he's our player. Billy, Anthony Elanga, right wing. You said he was bad one half, better the other?
Yeah, he's better second half. Please, let's not have him on set pieces, because his set pieces were absolutely dreadful. Every single one. Every single one. Near post, straight to the first defender. Got a lot of pace. I mean, that's all I can say about him, really, because he's not... Stop holding him hostage. He's got a 3-year contract. Put a bid in.
Right. Based on stupidity, Thomas Yates, I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself, or you're gone. What? Holding him hostage? You haven't bid for Alexander Isak. There is no hostage. He signed a contract. He was aware. He's aware of his ceiling, his potential, his ability, and he signed a binding legal contract with the football club, and he's got 3 years left on it. There is no hostage situation at all. So, mods, can we get the ban hammer out, or at least the timeout hammer on anybody Liverpool-wise who is going to be ridiculous tonight? Because we've got lots to go through, and it's boring. Quite honestly, because, again, this is the whole reason I'm part of this channel, is to try and wade through the bullshit, because there is far too much of it in the media, and there's far too much armchair football who people just talk about players are good or bad with no substance facts to back it up. So we're not going to have that with general conversations about transfers. We're happy about it. Jim, you can shut up and all, mate. You can bugger off if you're going to tell us to stop moaning. I can say what I want. Well, sorry, Jim, if you're talking about the Scouser. If you're talking about me, then okay, fine. Apologies. If it's about me, then whatever. Paul would share the same sentiment. He's happy to have a good moan. At the moment, we're going to protect our own club, and Liverpool are literally getting on our nerves now. Let's pack it in, guys. Put a bid in. Put a bid in or shut up. It's quite simple. Billy.
Elanga. Yeah,
what was your thoughts on Elanga and Asula, please, mate?
Asula. I mean, Elanga put a couple of nice crosses in the second half. After them on Craft, and strange enough, the best of all of them was Harrison Ashby. But Asula, as I say, he's one of these players. He just doesn't look like he's going to score because he doesn't have the natural instincts of a finisher. Although he did make some nice runs, so a couple of nice near post runs. They were crossing the ball in for him, and he just didn't make the right contact. But a couple of nice runs. If we have to go into the season with him as our first choice centre forward, good grief! Never forget the top four. You look at the bottom four. I have to say, Elanga again didn't really impress me. He's got a lot of pace. He's had a couple of shots on target, but he was more. He was all fart, no shite, if you ask me.
Well, we've got some crazy stuff in the chat. All right, Jim. Bye, mate. I said if you weren't talking to me, I apologise. But if you want to go, go. You're not going to hold me hostage. You can bugger off if you're going to be rude to me. So you know, if you're going to be rude to hosts, it is what it is. I'm simply saying if people are going to spread lies or be rude, we're not having it. We want to talk about actual facts in football. That's the whole point in it. We want the news. So not going to be tolerated, and you're also not going to hold us hostage. Do one if you're going to do that. It's quite simple. Right. Shall we talk about Aaron Ramsdale?
Well, we've got something to talk about, yeah, which was probably better than the original starters.
Who did we even sub on? I mean, I did see that Max Thompson came on, the goalkeeper, of course, played for Cobblers, which is round my neck of the woods where I am at the moment. You said Harrison Ashby was good. I saw the highlights of Sung Soo Park, or Parks Sung Soo, whichever way we're meant to say this. I've not heard anything about Ashby not Ashby. Travis Hearns or Alfie Harrison both played. Nobody's mentioned anything about them.
They were the 4 choice. I mean, he didn't make a change until until Kraft couldn't walk anymore. And they made 8 at half time and then a couple more. I think we made 4 in the whole game. Alfie Harrison only got the last kind of 2 minutes. He ran around. He looked hungry. Max Thompson, I don't think he had a save to make. Harrison Ashby was outstanding. Good in defence. Really good going forward. Enjoyed his performance. And Sung-Soo Park was, well, he's just a breath of fresh air. He's got skills in abundance. He's got really tight control. And on a different day, could have got himself a goal. But Travis Hearns put himself about again.
He got 15 minutes.
Yeah, he got 15 minutes. Put himself about. I think there's a future in definitely Travis Hearns, and I think certainly one in Sung-Soo Park. Good grief.
Oh, we've got Manchester United ones in as well now. This is the problem with us growing as a community, is we have to wade through the absolute nonsense.
They haven't got the money to pay for anyone yet.
Oh, dear. Yeah, you buy your players with your £1 billion of debt with your rules written behind you. Anyway, let's let's move on from that. Billy, Travis Hearns, Harrison Ashby, and Alfie Harrison. We won't talk about Max Thompson because I think goalkeepers are in a slightly different category. So Ashby, Hearns, and Harrison.
Just done it.
I mean, from a new question.
Yeah.
Do you think, based on pre-season, of course, we've not seen all of them so far in the pre-season. We've seen more of Ashby. Any glimpses so far that they might be able to make the step up and contribute to the first team squad next year, or eventually?
Oh, I think certainly in Travis Hearns' case, Alfie Harrison again looks hungry. I want to see more of him. Harrison has to be the one for me, but we've seen this before from him in pre-season, and the American tour a couple of years back looked okay. Bit naive, bit jumping in, but he doesn't do that anymore. Defensively, really, really good. Pace, hungry to get down the line and support, and played that kind of Kyle Walker role where he was kind of stepping into midfield as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I mean, all we hear about Harrison Ashby is when he goes on loan, he's dreadful and he doesn't get game time because the club see him and he's dreadful. But whenever I've seen him play for Newcastle United, I've not been disappointed. And I thought it was good against Arsenal and I thought it was outstanding today. Really.
Yeah. Okay. Ashby, I thought Ashby was, done. Absolutely done. I thought there was absolutely no future for him at all, categorically. His loans were abysmal. The general sentiment was that it was done. However, his appearance the other day against Arsenal was really positive, and you're telling me that he was really positive in this game as well. So maybe the door is not entirely closed for Harrison Ashby, but he's going to have to do a better job this time. If he goes out on loan again, or whatever we do with him, he's going to have to do it better. Travis Hearns, I mean, Foxy's referenced about his loan. Of course, he did go out on loan to Denmark. Said did well in Denmark, needs another loan. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they're not necessarily ready to be called up straight away. As long as there is a route to the first team, or, and I know people aren't necessarily going to like this, a route to a sale. So if we can develop them enough to be competent players, we can either use them or sell them. You can't keep everyone. Right, let's go through a few super chats before we change topics, guys, because there's loads in already. DK35, thank you for your $4.99 super chat. How can a striker we looked at, like Amine Guiri, go to Marseille for 22 million euros, but we look to pay 40 million for Muniz and 60 for Visser? We will talk about Muniz potentially in a bit. 60 for Visser, I've not seen that banded.
Yeah, they want 40, don't they?
The highest I've ever seen any publication state is 50. Generally, the sentiment is 40. But yeah. So yeah, guys, make sure you do hit the like button because we're going to go and have a look at players towards the end of the show. Or if you hit 1,000 likes a bit sooner, we'll look at players much sooner if you do that. So make sure you click the like button as well because that's how we go and look at players. Shane Martin, thank you for your £2 super chat. Isak cannot be allowed to leave now. Shit show. Stop making me swear in the super chat. I don't like swearing on camera. It's I don't like it. Billy, should we at this point, with everything that's happened, And obviously there was a huge kerfuffle with Craig Hope and Simon Jordan earlier about this. And to be fair to Craig Hope, he absolutely defended himself. Fair enough. Should we, at risk of setting a precedent for other players to go and do this, should we dig our heels in and say, no, contract, you shut up and you stay and you crack on with it, very much like the owner at Forest has done with Morgan Gibbs-White? Should we dig in and maybe lose a bit of money to, we're kind of hurting ourselves now to not hurt ourselves considerably more in the future, so that lots more players can't do this and won't do this?
I think this is why the Liverpool approach has been how it is, to unsettle a player so much that he just doesn't want to play, and in the end we end up selling him for cheaper than what he's worth, which I think is shameful and disgusting. And I just totally congratulate Marinakis at Forest for doing what he did, and I wish we had someone at our club who'd do exactly the same and say, look, no one's approached us. This is illegal. I'm going to take it to the Premier League. I mean, it's pointless saying that, but something's got to be done. Absolutely. And I'm all for the fact that we need to stand up for ourselves. We're a fully fledged member of the Premier League and should be treated as such as every other club. We know that isn't the case, but at least try. I would be firm in my actions, and unless they offer the money. I mean, no bid's been done yet. I mean, all these scouts are saying, let him go as a hostage. There's not been a bid for him. Bid what you think he's worth, and if we don't agree with you, we will say no. And if we do, then maybe you will get your player. But it's going to have to be a big bid.
Billy, realistically, we're not in a bad squad situation at the moment. We are for a full Champions League season, but just generally the squad isn't bad. I know we didn't play very well today, but pre-season's pre-season. We do need a few more players through the door, but could we maybe ride this out and just keep Isak and say no, and then if he's going to sulk, he's going to sulk?
I mean, I think so. That at some point he's going to have to play, isn't he? Because it's World Cup year.
Well, we don't lose money by keeping him.
No, absolutely not.
We lose a potential sale, but we're not actively losing any money by keeping him. Obviously, we're a player down.
We might lose a wee bit of value if you keep him for a year and and didn't do anything this year and next season.
Oh, I'm talking about keeping him for 3.
Oh, right. In that case, yeah. Why not? Why not? Yeah.
I mean, realistically, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You say no, you say no. I mean, this is what Simon Jordan always says. You're the owner. I mean, what are they going to do? Realistically, you've signed a contract. It's your own fault. You should not have signed a contract if you didn't want to stay, or you should have insisted on putting a release clause in it. You should have done this, or you could have done that. He's had ample opportunity to fix this. Yeah. The only sympathy I had for him was the fact that he was maybe promised or maybe told certain things by Amanda and Merdad, possibly Paul Mitchell, possibly whoever it was. It might have changed though in recent years, but any sympathy for him's kind of disappeared with the fact he's pretended he's injured and he's just gone a bit AWOL. So if you're going to do that, if you're going to behave like that, I feel like you've lost your status as who you are at the football club, and you're just going to have to shut up and crack on with it.
Well, he's got a lot of work if he does stay to get himself back into the hearts of Newcastle United fans. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care about the transfer fee anymore. I genuinely don't. I think we've got enough.
Yeah, I agree. It's principle. It's principle for me. We're not being bullied by anybody.
My mind has definitely shifted. I mean, I've been saying for the last few weeks, if we get the right fee, I'll take him because we'll get a good amount of money. But they've completely dragged us through the mud this window, and our transfer window is pretty much in tatters. Why should we kind of go along with this? We can just, because they literally can't do anything anyway.
I mean, let's go through. Gets us. Well, it works out. I think Martin does earlier. £104 million we'd come away with because we owe them 31 still on the deal.
We still
and the 10%,
paid off everything.
10% sell-on clause as well, so on the profits.
Yeah, sell-on clause plus we've not paid off his entire value yet. And realistically, they've been touting 120, which is absolutely not enough. I had this conversation today, and I was getting very irate with people seemingly not knowing anything about football transfer values. That Coutinho was 120. How many years ago? 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 8 years ago, however long that was ago. Isak is considerably more valuable than what Coutinho was then. Considerably more.
Yeah.
He's a guaranteed 20 plus goals a season in the Premier League. He's been absolutely banging it up in all competitions and has scored in a final and won us a trophy. He's 25 years old. He's a good player profile. So categorically, we should be asking for more than the 120, and we've valued him at 150. So the figures being suggested, and that is all it is, suggested, are nonsense anyway. So let's go through some more super chats, but otherwise we're never going to get through them all.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you for £5. On the plus side, women's side, a Polish defender, Małgorzata Grec. So Gosha. Yeah, I don't know who she is, but having a Polish signing is always good. I do have a soft spot.
Always have a soft spot for someone called Gusha.
Gosha, Billy. Gosha.
Oh, Gosha, sorry.
Let's not do that to the... Let's definitely not open that kind of worms. Jesus. Irishman on Tyneside, thank you for becoming a member. Much appreciated. Dan Robinson, £2. Usual dono. TTR commentary, the best part of the game.
Thanks, mate.
Didn't hear, to be fair, I put you on for about 3 minutes earlier, Billy, in between meetings. But yeah, I hope you were all right doing it all on your own.
Yeah, I had about 4 different... I had it on my TV, I had it on my tablet, and I managed to keep up with the chat as well. So yeah, it was okay.
Well done juggling all that. I don't think I could have done it.
It's a shit game.
Yeah. Well, the last time I did one on my own was the Man United game, and that was, at least we won that one. So Eric Amaral, $4.99. PIF to blame for allowing this to spiral out of control. We are in huge trouble. Complete incompetence. It's criminal what is happening. I do think that the PIF need a bit of a... I think this is a wake-up call for them, that they've not had enough kind of eyes on this or control for a while now. So we are looking a bit silly from the outside in.
Again, it's the old thing, isn't it? Rudderless shit. We haven't got a CEO. We haven't got a director of football. Both really important positions for the club to move forward.
David Knight, £2 super chat. Terms are good with Isak. That's tapping up no bid. It is if we've not allowed them to have a conversation, because there are sometimes the club will say, will you allow me to speak to your player and agree some terms, and we will come in with a bid. That seems to be generally how it's reported. But no, in this sense, absolutely not. It is 100% tapping up. Hat-trick, $1.99 super chat. Nunez plus Elliott plus 70 mil. Not a bad deal. You a Liverpool fan, mate, by any chance? We don't want Darwin Nunez, I'm afraid. How many Premier League goals did he score? 4?
I think he's better than Nunez. I think he's better than Muniz, though, to be perfectly fair. I mean, let's be honest. Before we went to Liverpool, we all thought Darwin Nunez was going to be the next one, didn't we? Hasn't worked for Liverpool.
He was very impressive in Portugal. Yeah,
that's not to say that it
wouldn't translate.
Yeah, it doesn't always work at certain clubs, and it's not to say it wouldn't work for Newcastle United. So I wouldn't be totally against it.
Again, purely because of our risk-averse situation, I do not think we should be taking a risk on somebody like Nunez at the moment. Absolutely, categorically not. So for somebody that scored 4 goals, there is not a single senior forward with a reasonable amount of appearances in our squad that didn't get at least double that. When you're talking about Gordon, Jacob Murphy, Harvey Barnes, Alexander Isak, and then I'm not counting Callum Wilson because he barely played. He played like 300 minutes.
Yep.
And then Osula, it was a young kid who didn't really play. So every single senior player in an attacking position scored more than double what Nunez did. And you won the title. So that is embarrassing. We are not included. We don't want him in a swap deal. You guys are floating around 40, 50 odd million for him. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You can try it with someone else. Elliott plus 120 brings a seat to the table. You're 50 mil short there, I'm afraid. So try again. Thank you for your super chat, though. Irishman on Tyneside, £5 super chat. Do you think Alex Murphy can do a job as a backup next season? I'd like him to be in the squad.
100%.
I think Eddie Howe was completely just... I don't want to say any analogies because all the ones I can think of are offensive. He's left him on his own. He's put him in really weird back fours so far this preseason, and it's not helped his confidence. He's the kind of player that you need to pop him in an already established side and let him learn. Preseason's maybe not doing him the justice that he deserves. I think anyway.
Yeah, people are blaming him for the own goal and things like that. Absolutely, that wasn't his fault at all. He's looked solid for me. And today, with Lascelles next to him and Tino being risky on one side and Kraft the other, he was the only defender keeping him out at times. some of his covering was fantastic. He looked a really good player, calm under pressure. Absolutely off him as part of our backup squad. Absolutely.
Chill, thank you for gifting another Toon Review membership. That's pretty much every stream for the last couple of weeks. Very much appreciated. Rowan Melville, £2 super chat. Thank you. We are finished if we end up with Munuz. Shameful. I don't know enough about him to say categorically this is wrong. However, if he is a rotation striker option for Fulham, immediately I've got alarm bells ringing before I even look at anything. So I agree to a point. It's concerning, but we will give it a fair look. That hurts to say. We keep shopping in Harrods and then nipping over the road to Poundland and then nipping back into Harrods. So we keep going from like Ekitike and then to Dominic Calvert-Lewin and then back to Benjamin Sesko.
It's worse than that, though. It's worse. What we're doing is, can I have a carry bag, please, for Harrods? Going across the road to Poundland, putting the here we go. Here's our new striker. We all know he's not the player that we want, but
yeah, it's weird.
Anyone's better than nobody. Really is what they're thinking at the minute.
Benjamin Sheshko, welcome. £2 super chat. Gutted on Sheshko was going to be the name on the shirt. Yeah, I think it would have been for a lot of players. All is not lost. Yeah, all is not lost. Yet. Manchester United are still an abysmally run club. I wouldn't like to play there. I don't think many people really would. That historically from 15 years ago, maybe possibly 10 and maybe more than 10. Is there a project? These players keep coming out with project. The media is proper spinning this for Manchester United in their favour. What project? What project? Do you mean to stop the ship from sinking? Is that the project? The media are really assisting Manchester United this window.
They still have an interest in Ollie Watkins as well. I mean, and
Amarin's been... Well, they got the money. They're in £1 billion debt and they finished 15th. It's a disgrace. Rewrite the rules. Agent Tech Streams, $1.99 super chat. Prem said they want to cap Isak's price. I've seen things about this, but I don't legitimately know where it's come from. There's some people saying that they want to cap the sell price at 150 for fair market value. Bugger off. Honestly, I hope there is no truth in that. That is absolute nonsense. But yeah, thank you, Agent Tech, for bringing that to our attention. Jazz, $1.99 super chat. Thank you. Barcelona to buy would be good. For who? For what? For what? No. No, if he's going, we want all of the money right now because we need players. That's the only way that works. DK, Voltemada, is that how we're supposed to say it? Still at Stuttgart. Is he gone yet? Because he keeps getting linked with everywhere. I don't know if he's gone.
No, he's not gone anywhere yet, but I think Bayern Munich's his destination.
Every bloody club.
Hell of a player.
Pound for pound boxing, $1.99 super chat. Thank you. Looking forward to Paul's take on Isak Rant incoming. Yeah, I am a little bit concerned when Paul's come back because I think he's got to make sure he's on his blood pressure medication before he does his first show, and he's nice and calm because it's it's going to be an interesting. John Cook, thank you for your 1999 super chat. It's a big super chat as well, much appreciated. It's a no-brainer for me now. Isak goes nowhere unless Liverpool pay the 150 or more we want. Isak needs to be told to get back in training or be fined. And well done, Billy, today, because that was hard to watch. Yeah, I agree with everything John said. Yeah, well done, Billy, for doing that today on your own. I know it's hard juggling all those balls at once. And Liverpool, yeah, pay the money or go away. It's quite simple. And Isak's just going to have to do as he's told. He's in contract. I like coffee. Thank you for your 100. Is it rupees? I believe. After all the interviews and fun videos of Isak last season with Shearer, the Geordie phrases, I never expected this behaviour from him. Yeah, it does hurt. It does hurt because it did look like he'd really bought into it. So it feels like a bit of a betrayal, really. If your long-term vision is to go, don't do all that. Don't go that far with it. It is very much naughty, I think. But again, this is where we're moving away from facts and into subjectivity and just people's general opinions of it. I don't like it, but others might think it's fine. So it is what it is. Right. We have some Aaron Ramsdale stuff to talk about. So he was filmed in Newcastle ahead of his medical for today. I think his medical is, really?
Yep.
Potentially. Now the dust has settled somewhat, I'm not even going to ask you a question. I'm just going to say Aaron Ramsdale ? That's all you're going to get. Sorry.
I'm coming round to the idea of Aaron Ramsdale. I mean, we've got no choice not to. We have to support him.
We have no choice.
Absolutely no choice whatsoever. He has a concentration issue, but I think he's better with his feet than Pope. But that's about it for me. He makes the odd mistake, but again, with a good defence in front of him, I think he's not a bad keeper. But you can say that about any keeper in the league, I guess. But I'm less concerned about it than I was. He looks like he really wants to come to Newcastle and make a difference, and I'm fully behind that. I hope he can, in a positive sense, obviously.
Mm. Yeah, look, I mean, realistically, we've been saying this for the last, I think I've been saying this for the last year, is that at the end of this year, Nick Pope will only have a year remaining on his contract. Dubravka was going to have been sort of gone by now. Obviously, we extended it. Vlachodimos isn't in the plans to be used as a keeper for sort of first choice, first team, nor is Ruddy, apparently. So you're looking at Dubravka was going, might be staying, and you've got Pope with 1 year left. So long term, we do need to fix the goalkeeper situation long term, which is why Trafford made a lot of sense for us, because he was much better with his feet. He was young, promising, and a great season. That was the pick. So Ramsdale is definitely the B pick. He is the B choice, the second choice, and he will definitely know that. And he was removed because he wasn't as good with his feet, and Arsenal went in a different direction. So it is concerning.
He is still better than with Pope with his feet, though.
I mean, that's not hard, is it?
No, it's
that's
not.
hard.
It's not. No,
I mean, for the people in the chat who have played football, can you hit a ball to the halfway line and not have it go out for a throw-in?
There was a couple today where, good Lord, he was trying to do little chip passes that were 40 yards ahead of the player he was aiming for.
I don't know how it's so bad. I don't know how a professional footballer can be so bad at kicking a football.
The Trafford one interests me because he's actually gone to Man City to be second choice. Now, did he have a choice in the matter once Man City came in because of the contract of them having buyback and they own him, their money and stuff like that? But surely, if you're James Trafford, you'd rather be first choice somewhere than second choice at Man City. Surely, to God.
Yeah, but it might be a long-term strategy that he's been promised as a route to being the first choice keeper in a year, in 3, in 2. Maybe he's going to be the cup goalkeeper. He can get Champions League minutes.
Yeah,
there's a route for him. There's definitely a route for him, especially if he keeps going the way he is. Yeah, he's going to get more money potentially than we would offer him.
Yeah,
and Burnley are going to get more money in terms of a transfer fee.
Well, the rumours are that Dubravka's on his way to Burnley. So,
well, 20 mil for Dubravka, please, Burnley, because you've done us up like a kipper there again. So, not having it. We need to stop playing nice because we're getting mugged off by absolutely everyone, and it's a joke. Anyway, positives about Aaron Ramsdale.
And good night, folks.
Right. Positives about I can do this. I promise. Positives. He's 27. So he's a lot younger than the other goalkeepers. He's Premier League proven a fair phrase. That's hard to even suggest.
Only at Arsenal. He's been relegated everywhere else he's been.
I mean, I'm trying to provide what we normally try and provide on this channel, guys, with some sense to it. I mean, he's a reasonable goalkeeper for the Premier League with flaws, similarly to the goalkeepers we've got. And I did think the whole point in this next signing of a goalkeeper was to try and go long-term and upgrade. And we've done the opposite. We've just gone and picked someone as a short-term option to cover gaps who has equally as many flaws as Nick Pope and Dubravka have. Dubravka with his sweeping, although that did get a little better last year, and Nick Pope with his kicking, just absolutely awful, playing out from the back, just terrible. So I don't understand why we've gone this direction, to be honest. Unless there is
the point of it for me, Styles, sorry to put it in there, but I think any half decent, competent goalkeeper can play behind the Arsenal back four and look half decent doing it, and look decent doing it even. You see a proper keeper when they're playing behind shit back fours, and unfortunately, Aaron Ramsdale, when he's been behind shit back fours, conceded lots and lots of goals, as your stats showed yesterday. And will he have a great defence in front of Newcastle United? You know, an aging Dan Burn and an aging Fabian Schär? No, he won't, will he?
Look, realistically, if we have a problem at goalkeeping level with injuries, then having Ramsdale in the squad is good, because we don't want to get into a position where we may have to play Ruddy, Vlachodimos, or God forbid, bloody Keith Gillespie in bloody goal, bloody Keith Gillespie, Mark Gillespie. What am I talking about? I don't even know his first name. It's because he doesn't even play. Yeah, so having him in the squad just to be available in case of issues and rotate, fine, whatever. It's the fact it's 4 million. It's a £4 million loan, which is an awful lot of money. 4 million quid. Plus, I presumably we're covering all of his wages, or a lot of them. And then there's the option to buy. I guess this is just us kicking the can down the road. I hope this is us going, right, we're going to have to pause goalkeeper for 12 to 18 months, and we'll fix this later. I do hope that's our stance, and this isn't the fix, because I don't think this is a very good fix. Because if we are progressing, you know, all this conversations about being best in class, we want to go and start winning titles and winning Champions Leagues in whatever timescale the PIF want to put on that. I don't think Ramsdale is the wolf climbing the mountain, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to get to that point. So hopefully this is just a temporary, you know, a bit of sellotape on the tyre before we change the entire tyre. I hope. Right, let's move away from Aaron Ramsdale. That was painful. Christ. Oh, dearie me. How are we doing for likes? Do you want to do the super chats, Billy? I think we've got a couple more coming.
Yeah. Let's kick them through. Where do we get to? I shall soon see. Agent Tech Stream says, was doing that one. Jazz was doing him. Doing that one. Doing that one. Rich K Photos, £5 super chat. He says we should keep Isak. We cannot and must not start season with no top striker. Potentially, we could keep him and still not have no top striker because he may not.
He might sulk. Play.
Yeah. So there you go. Peter Garfield, £5. Eddie Howarth created this Isak circus. Should never have sent Isak home before the Celtic game. Even have him in the stands would have sent a message. I actually agree with that. I agree with that. I do. I agree with it. I think it would have sent a message, and I think it's pretty easy for him to do as well. Emma Vaunt, $499. We unfortunately have to accept Manchester United will always be the more attractive option for players. Tell me you're a Man United fan without saying you're a Man United fan.
Will always be the more attractive option for players. Why would it always be the more? I mean, I think it currently isn't the most attractive option for players. It's quite a risk for their career because they could go there, and if it ends badly, they can't get out. Look at Sancho and Anthony; they can't get out. They've been horrible. Loads of them have come out with mental health issues. Their lives have been ruined. They were depressed. Everything was wrong. Mate, come on. Manchester United fans in the chat, don't wind us up. This is all out there from
they are
your
still
players.
Paying heaps more money than what we are, which is guess what they're in it for.
It's the 400 grand a week that does it.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that it's the best project. It's not the best project. You're trying to steady your sinking ship at the moment. You've made a couple of good signings. You've got a good young core squad with a manager. I like Amorim because he's come in and he said, this is all crap. You all need to shut up and we need to sort this out, which is what Man United needed 6, 7, 8 years ago. Ralph Ragnick told you all ignored him. So it's your own fault.
I've got another super chat started. One more just coming there. As a Barcelona fan, I'll tell you the truth. Players will always prefer Manchester United to Jarl. It's just the truth, and I know it's difficult for Jarl to accept. Well, firstly, Larry, I don't know what currency is that. NGN 2,000 of those.
I can have a look. Well, thank you for the donation anyway.
Is it Nigerian? Maybe Nigerian something or other.
Possibly. It is the Nigerian Naira.
There you go. A Nigerian.
I didn't know that was what it was called.
There you go. Firstly, I don't think you are a Barcelona fan. I think you're a Manchester United fan. I say fan in very massive inverted commas, watching from Nigeria. And that's bollocks what you've just spoken. But thank you very much for your 2000 Nigerian Nairan. We much appreciate it.
It's crazy. We've got to the point now where we're having to pause the show to read donations that are from rival fans constantly. It's mad. It's crazy. That's completely made me forget what I was going to do. Likes wise, anyway, I think we're close to about 700 guys. So keep hitting the like button, and we will go and talk about some other players. There's a few articles floating around about strikers we could go and look at, other things, but nothing's really set in stone. Of course, we will have a little talk about Rodrigo Muniz. We will review him properly when we get the like target. But everybody, please like. Somebody just said something that Craig Hope's just announced something. Craig Hope's just announced we don't sign a striker Isak stays. Has he actually, or are you just saying that? Let's go and have a look at Craig Hope, shall we? Craig, by the way, Craig spent his evening furiously typing back to Simon Jordan, which is quite amusing. Craig Hope has not just tweeted that. He hasn't tweeted for an hour. So...
Gums Benjamin says Newcastle will never be on Man United's level. Quite agree. We're way above that, unfortunately for you, my friend. And lucky.
We were 10 whole places in the Premier League above you, and we beat you every time we played you last season, I think. Yes, we did.
And we finished from the season before that as well.
Yeah, we won a trophy, and we finished above you, and we did the double over you. So I don't really think...
And knocked about the Carabao Cup. And knocked about the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, he does have a video he's just dropped, so maybe he's talking about that. To be honest, I agree with him. I think we need to completely dig our heels in and just say, nah, it's gone. It's done. No more Isak leaving. You've all mugged us off. You had your chance to sign him for a fair fee and to play nice. Nobody's done that. So it is dunzos. Right, Rodrigo Muniz, I do want to talk about the transfer rumours briefly. This is from Craig Hope as well. Revealed that the Fulham forward Rodrigo Muniz is being eyed up. Whatever that means. A good choice of words there. This is from NUFCblog.co.uk. I don't know if this is Ollie that's written this. It is Ollie. It's believed Newcastle have made an inquiry, that's a big claim, about the Brazilian. No high-level talks have taken place. Maybe just low-level talks, whatever the difference is there, if they kind of sat down or stood up, for the 24-year-old. With the transfer of a £40 million transfer fee mooted, should we up our interest in the 24-year-old? Just buy Visser from Brentford. He's the same price. This is getting so frustrating now, guys. I'm struggling to keep calm with all of this nonsense. So that is the story, basically. That is literally the story. There's not much else to tell you other than we're linked with Ollie Watkins. We're still linked with Nicholas Jackson. We're still linked with Benjamin Šeško. However, we're all kind of stuck in a bit of a funny situation until we get some kind of movement on Isak or anything else. So we really don't know.
We still need another striker, irrespective of whether Isak stays or not. And if he goes, we need two. So I mean, maybe with this Rodrigo Muniz is to come in as a second choice striker. We don't know, and with that, I'm not that against it, to be honest.
I think we just need to throw exactly what money Brentford want at them right now.
I agree.
I put 40 on the table right now. Put 40 flat. No bonuses. No 35 plus 5. Put 40 on the table. Put the piece of paper over and say, sign it right now. Put that pen on that paper right now, because it's getting ridiculous. We need a positive signing. We need a fresh face. We need energy. We need somebody good. 19 goals from open play in the Premier League last year from a forward is really impressive. I know his age is his age. He's going to be, 29 by Christmas, I think. So it's not perfect.
African nations as well.
And African nations. But we need the players. We absolutely, and this would help soften the blow, certainly. And it means we've got somebody to use. So if Isak does sulk, we've got somebody who can score 19 goals in the Prem, who can lead the line. So it means we can weather the storm. If we take a decision to not sell him or sell him, having Visser is a really good weapon for us. So we just need to pay the money because it's not that much money in the grand scheme of things, because we've put bids in for Ekatike and João Pedro that were way above that. So the money's there. The money really is there. Guys, if you do want to have a look at his stats for Rodrigo Muniz from Fulham, we do need to hit that like button because we are not even above 700. Well, we're just above 700. So as soon as we hit the 1,000, we will look at Rodrigo Muniz stat-wise. But we have about 10 minutes to go, so you're going to have to get sharpish on the likes. It's almost like people don't want to look at Rodrigo Muniz, Billy.
I can remember the one game where we beat Fulham at Craven Cottage, not last season, obviously we got beat last season, but the season before, where he started the game and he was absolutely diabolically bad. But again, on other occasions, I've seen him do some outrageous things. So he's one of those players, isn't he? He's either feast or famine, I guess.
There's a few interesting articles floating around today. A lot of people are just theorizing about strikers we should go and target. A few have come up, and this is from Ollie again at a NUFC blog. He's come up with Evangelis Pavlidis, the Greek number 9 for Benfica. Which, Billy, we've commentated on him when England played Greece, when he kind of peeled out to the left wing and was they were kind of getting attacks going that way.
Yep.
Doing about him, that's an interesting shout. You've also got former Arsenal Academy forward Mika Biereth, wherever he is currently. He was at he's at Sturm Graz.
He's a Dane, I think. I think he's a Dane. And the reason why I know this is I've just got his card on FIFA.
He joined Monaco in January and is doing quite well. So yeah, there's a few interesting shouts. You've also got Samu. Isn't that okay?
I'm already in or something like that. It's called, isn't he?
I think that's who he's meant to. I think that is his. Is that his other name, or am I thinking of completely
Spanish,
different
isn't
players?
he? He plays in Portugal.
He's at Porto.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a few great strikers out there that could be looked at, but we're not linked with them at all. So there are some really, really cool shouts, but there's not really much traction.
Yeah, Lois Prender's another one.
Well, he got linked with Villa today.
I mean, if we sign him, I think that stops the Tesco deal perfectly.
Well, What, we go in and take Lois Openda and then Šeško can't go to Man United?
Yeah, well...
No, I don't want us to make transfers to block other transfers. We need to do what's best for us, ideally. Billy, there is some transfer news about a centre-half.
Right.
It is Malik Chow from AC Milan. His name has popped up again today. I don't know where it's come back from, but it's popped up in a couple of places. Have you watched much AC Milan in the last 12 months? Because I haven't watched an awful lot of them, to be fair.
No, I haven't.
Obviously, they beat Liverpool the other day. Ha, 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 ha. But yeah, Malik Chow is another young centre-half. I don't know how old he is now. 23? Because he was 21, 22 when we were reviewing him last year. So he's still not going to be overly older. But we'll have to, if the traction does pick up on him, we'll have to go and do some research and definitely review him on a show. But yeah, Malik Chow, and we could even take a cheeky little look at him now together for the first time.
The word was he wanted to go back to Germany. I think he turned down a move to Como or something like that because he wanted to go to Germany.
That is the place to be at the moment. Everybody wants to play Fabregas.
Yeah, but apparently he didn't want to. He wanted to go to Germany. So,
well, apparently he turned us down last season. I didn't realise he turned us down. I thought we just didn't go for it.
I mean, why do we not go for Tomori? I don't understand why we don't go for Tomori.
Oh, I don't know why people don't go for him at all. I mean, he doesn't get in the England team, which is baffling.
Yeah,
it's absolutely baffling. Joey, clearly thrilled with Newcastle United. You lot should start shopping in the Championship. Embarrassing, honestly.
That ain't Joey.
I mean, you bought... Who did you buy from the Championship?
Andy
you bought quite a few players. Yeah, I mean, he was relegated Hull City, so...
If he's a Liverpool sport, of course.
Well, Foxy is not filling me with joy there. I've watched too much of Chow, and I'm scared for life. I just go scarred for life. Oh, I'm probably scared for life. Big reason why Milan was so bad. All right, thanks, Foxy, for making that.
Whenever I've seen him, I haven't been that impressed, I have to say.
I mean, Foxy typically hits the nail on the head, so I'll trust his opinion over the fact that I've not seen him yet, so I'll have to go and do some watching. Let's go and do a few more super chats while we let the likes roll in. Where did we get to, Billy? We got to.
I think it was our friend Larry from Nigeria, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, we've got Nick's FPS picks 199. Our chances of a January signing is low. I don't even want to think about the we don't sign players in January anyway, so we're struggling to sign players in the summer. I mean, just keep the transfer window open all the time, honestly. Peter Garthwaite, would you tell Liverpool we want Ekitike plus cash?
I don't think we're allowed to do that anyway. I think you're only allowed to be registered for 2 clubs in 1 year, I think.
Well, is it calendar year or is it season?
But either it works, let's be honest.
Yeah, but if he's not played a competitive fixture for Liverpool.
Anyway, no, we don't, because as we mentioned earlier, let's not argue about the semantics.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Patrick, 199 v super chat. Thank you. We're going to need 2 centre mids now. 2 is Willock injured. Hat-Trick's come back now with a comment suggesting he is an NUFC fan when earlier it felt like he wasn't. Very confusing, but thank you for your super chat. Willock looks like he possibly is injured.
Yes, he is.
A lot of people suggesting he may have broken his ankle. I cannot confirm that, guys, so please do not quote me on that. I've seen other people suggest that may be what's happened, but it doesn't look great, so we're not sure. We'll have to wait and see if we can get some confirmation from the club because we are down.
He was screaming in agony, but that doesn't necessarily mean with Joe Willock that it's a real serious one because he screams in agony when he cuts his toenail wrong, doesn't he? So.
DK35, thank you for your 499 super chat. Arsenal challenged without a striker for 2 years. Could we not add to midfield and defence with quality? Paqueta and Scalvini and C. Our mods were talking about Paqueta today, and I don't know. I haven't really thought about this properly. It was an intriguing. I was reading through the conversation today that people were having about Lucas Paqueta, and it has intrigued me. But I don't know enough about his time at West Ham to give a reasonable say on it because I think he's a bit older as well. We'd have to look at age, cost, because I think he's been cleared of everything, hasn't he, charge-wise? So we'll wait and see.
Has that time with that over his head scarred him? It's a gamble.
Don't know. Irishman on Tyneside, thank you for your £2 super chat or super sticker, whatever that is. Much appreciated. Gary Clark, $5 super chat. Thank you. Visit 40 million is better than Liververse waste. That's really hard to say. I don't know what that means, Billy. Do you?
I think it's a ploy on Liverpool.
Liverpool's?
Yeah, I think he's taking it to Liverpool. Fair play.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Visser at 40, 100%. I think that we just need to get the money on the table now. An Irishman on Tyneside, thank you again for your £1 super chat. Much appreciated. Are we at the likes, guys? Are we at? Because if we're not reviewing Rodrigo Reis. Oh, what a shame. We're only on 800.
I'll just do it. I'll just do it.
Right, let's pull that down. Right, let me get an FBref tab up. I'm not even ready because we weren't even hitting it.
Lynn Simpson says Jesus was linked to Newcastle. Would you take him? No, he's injury prone. Too bad. Fantastic player. I love him to bits, but the injuries are just too much with him.
Right. I will preface this by saying I can't remember watching Fulham last year, apart from the games we played against them. I don't think I've watched them at all. So it's match of the day plus when we played them. That is it. I don't think I've watched them at all on their own. So this is purely going to be looking at data and having a look at this logically together for the first time. If the links persist, we will go and do some more digging. Billy, have you seen much of him outside of the 2 games?
I don't think he even played in the 2 games, did he? I think he may have played in one of them, but
can't remember.
Certainly, Jimenez played in the first one.
Mm.
Not really. Okay, I didn't see much of him, but I did see him in one game where he did something outrageous, and it was like he chested it and volleyed it in over his shoulder, but very little else.
Mm. Well, okay, let's give it a fair look. So, Rodrigo Muniz Carvalho, so it's not actually his full surname. He is a right-footed forward, 5'10", 24 years old. So the age profile is quite good. From Brazil. So, I mean, if we're looking at boxes to tick, he does tick the Samba box. We do like that. His wages are extremely modest on £7,500 a week, and his contract expires in a year. So there is a possibility that this is a reason we're looking. Age is good, contract length is good, wages are good. We could definitely work with this. You know, he fits a reasonable general profile in that regard. Premier League, 8 goals and 1 assist in just under 1,000 minutes, which looks like a fantastic return for the minutes played. I could not give you any idea as to whether they were good goals or sustainable goals. The XG would suggest he was running a bit hot. He should have scored about 6. He scored about 8. Well, he did score 8.
One of the goals he scored was outrageous to say, so that probably contributes to that low XG. Yeah.
But he was involved, so 31 appearances is an awful lot, considering you didn't clear 1,000 minutes. So he was clearly used very regularly. He was the sub.
Yeah.
So if we scroll down and have a look, I'm guessing the data is going to be quite a small sample size. Yeah, it is just his 964 minutes. So take this with a pinch of salt. What we got here that's interesting, we've got 3.6 shots per 90 is really cool. Really, really high volume of shots. Couldn't tell you how sort of where they're taken from. Progressive passes is really nice, which is quite a weird stat for a forward. Normally, they tend to go on the carries, take-ons, and touches in the penalty area, but maybe he's a bit of hold-up play and releasing on the counter, possibly. Again, we'd have to watch. But that's really, really curious. Defensive metrics are all really high, which is nice. Very, very good. Aerials 1 is outrageous, considering he's 5'10".
See, I don't think he's 5'10". Whenever I've seen him, he looks an absolute monster.
Yeah, FBref might be completely conning us there, because 6.26 aerial duels 1 per game. Well, that's mad. That's so many. That's insane.
I mean, I'd love to have seen Gary Speed's aerials win, or David Speedy. Both not tall players, but were fantastic in the air.
To be honest, this is not a bad list either. Alexander Suloth for Atletico is a good player. Viss is on this list. You've got Erling Haaland, I guess, on this list. I mean, Beto's not the best things I have on the list, but it's interesting. It is interesting. And if we scroll down a bit more, let's have a look at his career, shall we? Oh, I forgot he was at Middlesbrough. Of course he was. Right, so we've got Coritiba, we've got Flamengo, and then he's come to England. Championship, looks like he went on loan to Middlesbrough, you would assume. He got 5 goals in the championship there. So then as he's grown up a bit, you've got probably this season we're looking at, these 2 seasons. You've got, as a 22-year-old, he managed 18 starts, 9 goals, 1 assist. So his output has been fairly reasonable, to be fair. He's got sort of 10-ish goal contributions the last 2 seasons on the trot with very limited minutes. But the question is, why was he not trusted? Why was he not used more? I mean, his XG was fine for that last season as well. So,
well, I have well Jimenez, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, the data looks nice, but again, I can't. I don't think it's fair to give an answer without looking at somebody. The eye test always wins. I know I love stats, but you have to watch people play football as well. We're not Americans. We don't sign based on statistics alone.
And how much they want for him stats again?
I swear somebody said 40. I think a few of the things have said 40, which is an awful lot for somebody that's got 1 year left on his contract.
That's exactly my thoughts.
And is a bit of a risk because we don't know if he can step up. I mean, some of it looks okay, but no idea. Again, we'll have to watch him. Martin said as well, I don't know what his injury record is like. A lot of this could be down to injuries. So we're definitely going to have to maybe give this a better show if the links get any sort of stronger, because we just don't know. All right, guys, we are going to call it there. So we've given you a nice little look at Rodrigo Muniz. So we will pick that up if it goes any further. G, thank you for your 199 super chat. Man United won 2 trophies in the last 3 years. I can't blame Šeško, to be honest. Yeah, but okay. Cool. You finished 15th. You're a rubbish club. Hat-trick, 499 super chat. He had a hot spell mid-season, looked good as a backup. By the way, I've been a Toon fan, I'm guessing, since Asprilla days, just desperately wanting people to join the club. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if I was Asprilla days. I think I was 96-ish, 97, 96.
Yeah, you were Asprilla days.
I was very, very young, though. It was very, very early doors. Irishman on Tyneside, £2 super chat, thank you. If we don't bring 2 strikers in, does Isak stay? I think Isak should just stay anyway. Just keep him. Anyway, guys, we will be back for TTR Friday. Thank you, everybody, for joining us through what probably is not the greatest of shows, but that is football. That is Newcastle United. It is a roller coaster. We have some great times and we have some tricky times. This at the moment is a difficult transfer window for us. So thank you. The fact that nearly 3,000 people tuned in to listen to us break down this absolute waffle of a day. You are an amazing, amazing group of people that come back to watch us all the time. So thank you for all your support. Make sure you've subscribed so you can come back on Friday. We'll try and do a bit of a more chill show on Friday. Hopefully we'll have Sam here as well. We can have a chat. I can't remember when Paul's back. Maybe he's back on Friday. Don't know. We'll see. But thank you everybody for watching. Make sure, thank you mods as well.
Absolutely.
Do I need to say anything else, Billy? I think that's everything, isn't it? Come back on Friday, everyone.
Mama Moo Records, of course, you can mention them.
Yep. Make sure you do check them out in the link. Our sponsor, Mamu Records, is much appreciated. Go and show them some love and support.
And the Football Content
and we will.
Awards.
Oh, Content Creator Awards. I forgot. Let's go and find Josh's comment. I'm sure it's in there. It is in there. There we go. Please vote for the Toon Review in the 2025 Football Content Creator Awards. The category is Best Club Content Creator Premier League. We are not a podcast. You can keep putting us in that category. Doesn't mean we're a podcast. So please vote for us. It really, really does help. And we do have the website, thetoonreview.com, if you want to go and get some cool Toon Review t-shirts, hoodies, general merch, drinkware, the lot. And that truly is goodbye. I am going to go now. I'm going to go to the gym and do some exercise and try and not think about the Toon for an hour. We will see you on Friday, everyone. Take care.
Yeah, however, lads and lasses.
Come back and check out some green.